Welcome to the Tea with Tamara Podcast. I'm Tamara Arnold, and it wasn't that long ago that I was a broke single mom drinking way too much, completely detached from everything. Now I've written multiple books, downloaded I Could Read Chakras, and I'm a channel for the universe. I'm a real person with real stories, and I can't wait to share them with you. So grab a warm bevy and let's have some enlightened conversation to live our best life. It's Tea with Tamara Magical Monday, and I am so excited to come to you live from my garage, which is really my studio at the same time. And I just took one of those rare fall walks with my husband, and we are lucky because we live by a whole bunch of parks and Lake Ontario. And so for most of the walk, it's just like you're in a canopy of trees of all colors, and it was just so divine and so beautiful. And you can feel Mama Nature right there holding you in her warm embrace and knowing that whatever is going on in your life, like Mama Nature, she takes it all away. She helps you. She creates the space for the thoughts and the feelings and the emotions to swirl and to come forth and to, you know, as I said, when I was in a retreat in Mexico with a bunch of people and I was running it, it's my first destination retreat. One of our sayings, and I had said, give it to the earth, like go out multiple times and just stand with your feet in the grass and just really allow Mama Earth to take it. And of course, you know, the people, there was my husband and another man. And it was actually probably my husband who came up with it, where he was like, just blow it out your feet, right? And in some ways, that's what, for me, going for a walk it's really about calling up all of the things, my thoughts, my feelings, and releasing it into the ground, which gives me space to dream and to visualize and to plan and to be excited. And so when I was walking today, I had this thought. And so I'm gonna drop it like it's hot here, people. Because how many of you, it's November 4th today, have kind of just given up on the rest of the year, right? Maybe you had come into 2018 and thought, man, this is going to be the greatest year. There's going to be so many things I'm going to accomplish, I'm going to do, I'm going to, start, I'm going to make money, I'm going to launch a program, I'm going to quit my job, I'm going to leave the relationship, whatever it is that you kind of had in your thoughts. And now it's November 4th, and maybe, just maybe, you've thought, meh, why bother? The year is almost over now. Why don't I just wait till 2019? Because I love the beginning of a new year, and it just seems like it just is so much better to start then. I'm going to call you out. I'm going to call you out right now. I'm going to call myself out. I'm going to call all the people out about the fact that there is no better day. There is no day that it would be more beneficial, have more results, give you more attention, have, if you're going to leave a job or a relationship, that pain that we go through when we've done this, it doesn't get put off. It doesn't like if I do it in a month, it's going to feel better than if I do it now. No. That's not real. That's just a creation of our minds to keep us from doing the thing, right? And so I was walking and I was thinking about this, right? Because this month was a big month for me, November. And it's like the month that the podcast launched, and I'm leaving on November 30th to do a mastermind weekend with my mastermind with Amber Lillystrom. And I know that my book needs to be done. My third book needs to be done by this time. And I'm thinking to myself, that's a lot of really cool things to happen in the second last month of the year. Because one of the greatest shifts that have happened for me in my life, and one of the things I promote so highly with the people that I work with, is that we all have the capacity to make a difference, to shift our lives, to change something that isn't working immediately. Like right now. Like in this very second. And I mean, it doesn't need to look a certain way. We don't need to have anything in place. We don't, need more education or a website or better copy or a landing page or, whatever it is that we're telling ourselves is the thing that we need in order to inspire the change. And so I want you to be thinking right now what it was that you decided 2018 was going to be for you. What were you dreaming about? What were you thinking about? What were you desiring when this year started? And I know that maybe this year didn't go the way that you planned because let's just face it, we can't really control everything. Wouldn't that be interesting? I think I could be up for some more extra control in what was going on in my life. But because we can't actually control the exterior things that are happening around us, maybe you let yourself slide off your dreams, slide off your goals, slide away from what it was that you were so excited to start this year off with. And I want you to not believe, I don't ever want someone to think that there is a date that needs to occur. Oh, I need to start it on a Monday. Let's be real. Let's talk about when we're thinking about eating well or doing the right thing with our nutrition and or exercise. And we're like, yeah, Monday. Monday is a great day to start. But meanwhile, that's just because we're looking to give ourselves permission to completely be gluttonous pigs over the weekend. Well, if I'm going to start on Monday, then I'm going to make sure that I eat all the ruffled sour cream and onion chips and Haagen-Dazs peanut butter and ice cream chocolate, which is what I would totally do if I was starting something on Monday, right? I've got to fulfill whatever it is I feel like I'm going to be in lack of before I actually start this. And it isn't about exercise and nutrition. We do it with almost everything, right? Oh, I'm going to launch a program. Well, when are you going to launch a program? Well, maybe in, November 1st or December 1st, January 1st, March 1st. And you're like, why? Why not do it now? Like, why not create the space within our lives to take action immediately here in this moment to create the result? Because what's incredible is when we leave ourselves to a further date, we create the ability for our own ego, our own front brain, our own conscious thoughts to come up with a million more reasons why this isn't going to work. And it's incredible because I always say, we have our current self, which is who we are sitting here. I'm talking as my current self to your current self in this moment. And then we have our expanded next version of ourselves. And so with every moment and every thought and every action that we take, we are vibrationally, energetically, really inspiring ourselves to become that next version of ourselves, right? And maybe there's something in this podcast today that your current self is like, oh, she's saying something my future self needs to hear. Right? And so all day long, every day, we come in contact or we hear or we see things that our future self is asking for. And so what happens when we give ourselves too much time from when we make a decision to taking action on it, we give our current self the space because we know ourselves better than anyone else in the entire world to convince us not to be our future self, not to expand, not to take action, and not to grow. And you have done this. You've had a really good idea. You think, oh, man, I bet if I did this post or I reached out to this person or I wrote this article, it would be the bomb. It would be so good. And then you came in from wherever you were thinking it, or maybe you were out or on a walk as I was, and things started happening. And then did you actually complete the idea? Did you, fulfill writing the article and submitting it? Did you take action on, maybe it was exercising, whatever it was, or did you just over time let it slip away? And if I have a lot of people listening who are like me and love going to events, man, they're my favorite. Like, I just love being in self-development, which I didn't always, but now it's like my jam, because I get loads of inspiration and loads of inspired action I want to take. And so when I'm working with my clients and when I'm in the mastermind and things, I try as hard as I can to show people what it's like to actually go to these things, have those moments, those ahas, those breakthroughs, come back and not let them fall to the wayside and never get done or looked at and sit in a journal or book forever. Maybe you pick it up a year later and go, oh yeah, I was going to do that. Right? I remember when I went to Tony Robbins, which was probably last month, and I legitimately had to get on a Facebook Live the next day. I created a program from going to Tony Robbins. I, took action on the podcast. All of these came from an inspired action of being around high vibrational people, being motivated by like a mentor who, if you've ever been in the room with Tony Robbins, you are inhuman. You have no human thoughts, feelings, and emotions if he does not hype you up in some way, or the music, or the person that you were standing next to. And you're just like, you come home and you're like, oh my God, yeah, I'm going to do the things, right? So if you were to be thinking about 2018 right now and taking an inspired action on something that you have been putting off all year long and have actually entertained the thought that maybe you would just do it in 2019 because it's getting too late in the year to take action, I'm calling bullshit on you with love. I am suggesting that you look at how much time is actually left in this year. Beautiful, magical, amazing time. We have almost 2 full months of incredible outcomes that can occur. And if you think about it, a lot can change, not only in 2 months, but in a month, in a week, sometimes in a day. If you are open to receiving and taking the most beautiful, grounded thought into this moment, and who you are and who you're expanding into, really, we're looking at some limitless possibilities on how much can change and how quickly. And so one of the things that I love to talk about where energy is concerned is sometimes the greatest thing we can do for our energy and creating space for more to come in is simply thinking about all the things that we had on our list and just doing them. And I'm not even talking about the big things, guys. I'm talking about cleaning out the closet that when you moved into your house and you put everything in. Because sometimes we don't take action on the big things because there's so many little things that are just sitting in our energetic space saying, hey, yo, remember that closet? How can you go after your dreams when you haven't even cleaned out that closet? Your taxes? Money? Have you looked at that? Pfft, you can't write a book if you don't even know your finances. Come on now, right? To create even more desired action, imagine how much more energy you would have if you didn't have those thoughts nagging at you. So if we're thinking about the next 2 months, there are a bazillion ways and things we could do that would feel so incredible to your confidence, to your energy, to your very being, in truth. And this is my favorite conversation, you guys. Clearing out energetic space, because we can only be as successful in anything as we have space within us to hold. And we've heard this said a million times, but being an entrepreneur is the scariest job in the land. And a lot of people want to do it because it really does require you to know yourself. And to know yourself, you have to go through your stuff, unpack all the boxes in your energetic being, right? And so when you're looking at cleaning out some closets, or you're looking at knowing your finances, and then you're creating space for bigger dreams to come in and some soul clients, like, guys, this is the thing. So like there are many, bad English, there are many, many inspired actions you can be taking from now until December 31st. And if you are like, I don't know how to do this myself, like this is too much, like I understand, because I did all of my clearing and my work in the hands of somebody else. I will always be in the hands of somebody else, because even as a personal trainer, I couldn't do my own fitness and nutrition really well. I always had somebody working with me. And now that I'm working as a business energy strategist, I have somebody who helps me keep my business energy floors clean as well. So if you're looking for help with this, guys, I do have 2 one-on-one spots available for November. I have a mastermind, which is, it's truly magical. It helps 6-figure entrepreneurs with spiritual gifts figure out how to actually stand in that stardust that you were born with from episode 2 and shine the light and make a huge difference in money in this world, right? So there is always somewhere you can go to get the support and the love and the care that you need to go through any of the energetic clearing, but do not waste another day not taking action. It just isn't worth it. There is too much magic to be had in 2018, so don't give up on it yet. I love you. You can always find me at tamara@tamaraarnold.ca if you want to email me. My website's www.tamaraarnold.ca. CA is for Canada because I'm Canadian. And guys, I really, really, really do challenge you to not think that this year is over yet, and to find any and all ways to make the final 2 months the most spectacular that you possibly can. I hope you enjoyed Magical Monday. I surely enjoyed going for the walk and sharing this conversation with you guys. If you found this helpful, please share it. You can also subscribe, rate, and review to help this podcast get into even more hands and hearts. And I hope you have a most magical day.